In the beginning of the drama, we see our male lead Zen after a car crash deep in a ravine, injured and trying to escape. Suddenly, arrows are fired at his vehicle. Before he can react, our female lead Yuji appears from behind the trees and attacks him, angry because he had been throwing stones. She knocks him unconscious. We then shift into a flashback. Zen is introduced as a powerful gem hunter in the industry, smart, manipulative, and someone who doesn't believe in love. He works alongside a colleague, Ning, who seems to have feelings for him. Because of his deals in the gem world, Zen has made dangerous enemies, and now thugs are chasing him after he snatched a major emerald contract. While escaping, he reaches a remote highway outside the city. The weather turns harsh, and in the chaos, his car crashes into the ravine. When he regains consciousness, Yuji is right beside him, resting her head on his chest, listening to his heartbeat. Zen immediately becomes alert and questions her, asking who she works for and how much she was paid, even offering double to let him go. The girl calmly replies that she is Yuji Jai, the queen of this tribal region. Soon after, a mysterious wild woman arrives at a nearby hut. Zen looks around and becomes convinced this is all a staged setup, like some kind of tribal set or TV production. He walks out, shocked to see a large set-like environment with many people around, assuming it must be a shoot. He questions Yuji about her role, and when he dismissively reacts and keeps questioning the situation, the tribe punishes him by hanging him upside down, making it clear to him that this is not acting, but real life. Being clever, he starts praising the tribal people, calling them great actors. But an arrow is suddenly fired at him. He realizes it's not a play, but real life. He is captured and locked in a cage. The tribe wants to kill him, but the queen stops them, saying he will stay locked until he learns to respect women. In this tribe, women go hunting while men cook, care for children, and do housework. A little girl even says, "Mama, feed me this one. He looks tasty." An old woman interrupts, saying he is poisonous. She is revealed as the tribe's astrologer who reads stars and predicts fate. She also controls the misty forest and has access to the tribe's secrets. Zen is kept under watch. After his accident, he was even in a coma and was cared for by them. His friends search for him, but find no trace. Realizing he can't fight everyone, Zen plans carefully. He flatters Yuji and apologizes, asking to retrieve items from his car. She doesn't understand, so he explains it as the big white thing he came out of. Yuji, innocent and curious, takes him to the car. She sees it like a living beast that swallowed him earlier. Zen uses this and pretends to tame it, even convincing her she can do the same. While she is distracted copying him, he quietly grabs his belongings and a stick. Then he tricks her, saying the beast might attack, and knocks her unconscious. He escapes with his bag, but soon realizes the forest has no direction, and a strange magnetic field blocks navigation. The car is damaged and leaks fuel, starting a fire. The tribe gathers. Zen returns, warning them the vehicle may explode, then rescues Yuji and jumps into the water with her. Meanwhile, in the city, Zen's assistants stay silent due to contract risk. They even dress like tribespeople while pretending he is still unconscious. The tribe suspects the fire was intentional and plans to investigate when he wakes. Yuji later visits him. Zen cries and lies again, saying a master beast attacked and caused the fire while he saved her life, then pretends to leave. Yuji fully trusts him and promises protection. When Zen meets the old woman, he insults her, calling her a drama queen from the modern world. She replies that Yuji saved him from burning. Zen later wonders how she knows the word car. He secretly charges his phone with a power bank. Yuji discovers the phone and is amazed. Zen teaches her how to use it. They listen to music. He asks her to free him indirectly, but she falls asleep. He gently puts her to bed. Later, he finds a map search leads to a box containing a sketch of the old woman in modern dress and a valuable gemstone worth millions. He is shocked and excited. Next morning, Yuji confirms the stone is called the Star Stone, a memory from her mother. Zen tries to learn its origin and shows her gemstone images on his phone. She becomes curious. They explore fields, take photos, and Zen studies escape routes, but finds none. Back at camp, Yuji plays games on his phone. Zen cooks noodles and introduces her to his belongings, which she loves. He feeds her and teaches chopstick, then tries to learn if others have similar stones, only she does. He reads her The Little Prince, which she enjoys. He tries to trade the book for the stone, but she refuses. Yuji proposes a tribal rule. marry the queen, and everything becomes shared. Zen reluctantly agrees. She invites him at night to the hilltop to watch the stars. At night, he arrives. They sit together until Yuji suddenly attacks him, misunderstanding the ritual and stripping him. Zen escapes in shock. Later he learns watching the stars means forming a life partnership in their culture, after which Yuji angrily locks him again. Zen clarifies he meant literal stars and suggests proper romantic confession instead. Yuji slowly begins to understand. Meanwhile, his team approaches the hilltop, but a drone crashes due to magnetic interference. Later, when Yuji frees him again and brings him to the forest, she confesses love and throws blue water on him, because in their ancient language, snow and blue share the same meaning. Zen suddenly starts shouting at Yuji, but she easily overpowers him, flips him upside down, and holds him helpless. Zen immediately gives up and says, yes, I accept your proposal. Just put me down. As they leave, Zen notices a broken drone part on the road, realizing it belongs to his team. This immediately raises suspicion. A flashback shows Zen's situation. He had signed a major contract that must be completed within 15 days, and only 2 to 3 days remain. If he fails, he faces a massive $60 million penalty. Miss Kim warns his associates that time is almost up, which deeply worries Ning. Meanwhile, Zen continues secretly manipulating Yuji, gathering information about her tribe while pretending to bond with her. He then falsely tells her they will have a wedding tomorrow and tries to involve her in drinking wine as part of a tradition, using it as a distraction. That night, Zen wakes from a nightmare calling his mother. Yuji comforts him and, trusting him completely, returns the Star Stone, declaring that after marriage everything will be shared between them. The next morning, Zen teaches Yuji reading and writing using a story about a fox and Miss Rose, helping her learn letters and names. At the tribal ceremony in the evening, Yuji and Zen's wedding begins. Yuji declares her love, and the tribe celebrates with singing and drinking. However, Zen secretly poisons the wine with sleeping pills, knocking everyone unconscious. Zen quietly leaves, saying goodbye to Yuji and using the information he gathered from her to navigate the jungle. He crosses dangerous terrain, passes through a dark cave, and finally reaches the city. Meanwhile, his company associates are pressuring his team to sign documents due to his absence. Zen arrives just in time, stops them, and reclaims control. Lee withdraws, and Ning is relieved to see him alive. Back in the tribe, Yuji realizes Zen has disappeared and decides to go find him herself, determined to bring him back despite warning. Zen returns to his associates and lies about surviving by eating insects. He then presents a highly valuable gemstone for testing, shocking everyone with its worth. A new figure, Mr. Zhang, enters the story, a famous astrologer and live streamer searching for a natural, authentic partner for his broadcasts. Meanwhile, Yuji reaches the city and accidentally encounters Zhang. He becomes interested in her raw, natural behavior and brings her into his world, while Yuji shows him Zen's card, proving she is searching for someone. Zhang later calls Zen, but Zen dismisses him, thinking it is spam. However, Zhang overhears hints about Yuji. At the asylum event, Zen, disguised in a clown outfit, is present with his team. Yuji arrives with Zhang and nearly recognizes Zen through his voice, though she cannot fully confirm it due to the disguise. Zhang proposes a deal. If Yuji finds Zen, she will go with him. Otherwise, she will join his live stream work. Zen escapes from the event before being caught and begins tracking Yuji's location. Meanwhile, Yuji refuses to leave Zhang's side in the rain, insisting Zen will come. Zen eventually arrives and takes her with him. Zhang follows, creating tension between the two men. At home, Ning grows emotionally conflicted, planning to confess her feelings for Zen, but is shocked when he returns with Yuji. In jealousy and frustration, she physically reacts, while Yuji behaves innocently and curiously. Zhang arrives again, questioning their relationship and offering Yuji a live stream career, but Zen angrily rejects him and throws everyone out. Inside, Zen struggles to control Yuji's unpredictable behavior while delaying her demand for the Star Stone, which has already been cut and compromised. The house descends into chaos. Broken furniture, destroyed items, and Yuji treating everything like a survival situation, even attacking a TV with an arrow. Zen eventually calms her, teaches her about modern life, medicine, and hygiene, and tends to her injury. Despite the chaos, a softer moment forms between them as Yuji begins to trust him more emotionally, while Zen struggles to hide his growing attachment. A little while later, when Yuji comes out after bathing, something strange happens. She starts hiding her feet. In all this, her upper towel falls off. She somehow runs to her bed and hides. Zen tells Yuji, "Why were you hiding your love from me?" It is also revealed that Yuji refuses to let him see her feet until they watch the stars together, which becomes a strange emotional condition between them. Trying to avoid the moment, Zen quickly changes the topic and hands her a nightdress, attempting to escape the situation. That night, Yuji struggles to sleep in the unfamiliar environment. Strange noises, lights turning on and off, and city sounds disturb her deeply. She panics and rushes to Zen's room, explaining everything. Zen already knows it's normal city behavior. Yuji then excitedly asks to see the city lights, skyscrapers, and night view. Zen initially refuses, but eventually gives in and takes her out, showing her the glowing city. Yuji becomes completely fascinated. After making her happy, Zen tries to manipulate her understanding of the world, warning her that dangerous people are after him and that she could put him in danger. But Yuji misunderstands everything and confidently says she will protect him and fight anyone dangerous herself, leaving Zen frustrated and thinking she is impossible to control. The next morning, Ning arrives and finds chaos in the house, including Yuji casually eating noodles. She interrogates Yuji aggressively, asking who she is, where she came from, and her relationship with Zen. Yuji's behavior only adds to the confusion. Zen tries to calm the situation, even instructing Yuji to lie and say she is from his village, hiding her true background. But Ning overhears everything. Zen takes Ning upstairs and reveals Yuji's full background, showing her bow and explaining her identity. However, Ning refuses to believe it, dismissing it as fake and saying such tribal life doesn't exist. Later, Jong arrives and tries to enter in the rain. Yuji unknowingly breaks the door handle, then accidentally destroys the door itself, shocking everyone. Zen comes down and asks Ning if she believes him now. Jong also tries to intervene with spiritual talk and warning, but Zen angrily throws him out and warns him not to reveal Yuji's origin to anyone. Yuji then becomes fascinated by lipstick, misunderstanding it as something strange, and later starts copying it by kissing Zen's cheek repeatedly, overwhelming him emotionally. Ning and Jong later confront each other, exposing mutual secrets and realizing each other's hidden feelings, Ning's feelings for Zen and Jong's feelings for Yuji. Zen takes Yuji shopping at a mall where she gets trapped in salon and luxury store situations. She ends up getting an expensive makeover, including a new hairstyle, which impresses Zen. He rescues her from an inflated bill and takes her luxury shopping. Yuji struggles with shoes and refuses anything that reveals her feet, reinforcing her emotional boundary. Miss Lee appears again, observing them. A misunderstanding occurs where someone secretly pays Yuji's bill, claiming it's from her boyfriend. Zen avoids confrontation with Lee and quickly leaves with Yuji. Outside, Yuji momentarily gets separated and panics, even climbing a tall structure due to fear and confusion. Zen rescues her through a speaker system and brings her down safely, scolding her afterward. Yuji later struggles to adjust socially, exposing her natural habits in public. Zen becomes angry when she mentions her tribe in public, leading to a conflict between them. Meanwhile, Ning shows Zen a viral video of Yuji climbing the tower. Zen orders it to be removed immediately. Later, he secretly drops Yuji near the hill, warning that she must learn to survive alone. Kin argues that Yuji is their lucky charm and could lead them to a gemstone fortune, but Zen insists she is unpredictable and dangerous for their mission. However, Yuji does not stay away. She returns to the city, gets involved with strangers, is fed alcohol, and is nearly taken advantage of. Zen arrives just in time, rescues her, and harshly warns her about trusting dangerous people. Later, Yuji confronts Zen for abandoning her. He lies that he was testing her survival ability. At the same time, their group continues planning a mission involving Uncle Wan. During an infiltration at an event, Zen searches Uncle Wan's room while Yuji mistakenly thinks he is stealing again. Uncle Wan almost discovers them, but Zen uses quick improvisation to avoid being caught. Yuji helps by unknowingly creating distractions outside. Uncle Wan later gifts them 2 rings, believing they are romantically connected. That night, conflict rises again between Zen and Yuji over trust and control. Zen ties their rings together symbolically, keeping one around her neck and one around his, while telling Ning to watch over Yuji, calling her a ticking bomb before leaving for his next mission. Ning can't take it anymore and arranges a meeting for Yuji with a perfect guy, telling her he is handsome, rich, and ideal for her. Yuji is pushed into the situation despite her confusion. On the other side, Zen runs into Dong at an official gem company meeting. Both try to undermine each other, but the president interrupts and assigns them a competitive mission: travel to a dangerous border zone where a rumored gemstone mine has been discovered. Each must bring back one stone within a limited time and resources. First to return wins. Meanwhile, Yuji is sent out with Jong to spend time together. She is amazed by the artificial world of the city. Nothing feels natural compared to her village. When she sees animals in cages, she tries to free them, but Jong stops her. This triggers her memories of Zen, and she becomes conflicted. Jong assures her he means no harm, and they continue spending time together, with Yuji slowly experiencing a new lifestyle. Zen, about to leave for the airport on a mission, learns Yuji is doing a live stream with Jong. He immediately abandons his flight and rushes back. Outside Jong's house, he argues with Ning, and tensions rise between Zen and Jong. Ning notices Zen's emotional attachment and begins to understand his true feelings. Before Zen leaves again, Ning suggests Yuji should accompany him since she knows nature and can be useful in the dangerous jungle route. Meanwhile, Dong has already reached the area early and sets traps to stop Zen from arriving. Zen, aware of the danger, prepares carefully and entrusts Yuji with important instructions and belongings. At the airport exit, Zen fights off attackers, but an imposter driver tries to kidnap Yuji. They discover the real driver has been locked in the trunk and quickly rescue him, escaping the ambush. They travel through a dangerous jungle route filled with snakes. The driver warns them, but Zen insists on continuing. Yuji stays close, and they navigate carefully through the terrain. Meanwhile, trackers inform them that landmines are planted in the area. One mine nearly triggers, but Zen saves Yuji by using his experience as a gem hunter and sacrificing his position to protect her. Yuji believes he may have died and breaks down, refusing to care about the mission anymore. Zen then reveals he is alive, having faked the sacrifice with a clever trick. Yuji is relieved and emotionally overwhelmed, praising him. Zen and Dong both arrive at the site and recover stone. Yuji notices something is off about Zen's stone and suspects it may be fake, using her instinct from living in nature. Zen also begins to doubt it and decides further verification is needed. On the return journey, Yuji grows uneasy seeing how close Zen and Ning are in conversation, feeling jealousy without fully understanding it. That night at the hotel, Yuji behaves playfully and clingily with Zen, calling herself his power bank. But Zen awkwardly pushes her out of the room to avoid crossing boundary, though he is clearly affected. Meanwhile, both teams race back using manipulated signals and traffic tricks. Despite Dong's early advantage, Zen reaches first due to better timing and planning. In the final evaluation, Dong presents his stone confidently, but Zen reveals he brought no stone because he suspected it was fake. After testing, Zen is declared the winner because he prioritized authenticity over speed. It is then revealed that the entire competition was orchestrated by Miss Lee, a powerful figure in the jewelry industry, who engineered the rivalry between Zen and Dong to test their real capabilities under pressure. Meanwhile, Ning is emotionally shaken after seeing how Zen risked his life to protect her during the landmine incident. She feels conflicted and hurt. Kin, sitting beside her, notices her constant thoughts about Zen and grows jealous, realizing he likes her. Later, Ning gives Yuji a stone and says it is her star stone and tells her to leave, but Yuji immediately recognizes it as fake. Ning then tells her that from the beginning Zen only came to deceive her and was only interested in money. Yuji is devastated and locks herself in her room. On the other side, Dong is under pressure as news spreads and his business partners start cutting ties with him, making him furious. Meanwhile, Yuji refuses to come out of her room. Jong arrives and finds Yuji crying. She tells him she has been betrayed and used for profit. At that moment, Zen secretly enters her room through the window. Without explaining anything, he holds her hand and apologizes, saying he wishes he could turn back time and return the star stone, but now it is too late. He asks how he can make it up to her, even offering his life if needed. Suddenly, the lights go out, and Zen begins to feel unwell due to his severe fear of darkness, triggered by childhood trauma linked to his mother's death. Jong arrives at the house worried and enters Zen's room. Seeing him there, Zen becomes more defensive and bitter, rejecting trust, love, and friendship, saying money is the only real power. This leads into a flashback revealing his painful childhood. His mother died because they couldn't afford treatment, and his father also suffered as a broken gem hunter. Meanwhile, someone is secretly watching Jong. Jong tries to use the opportunity when Zen is drunk to extract information from Uncle Wan. Zen also manipulates the situation, pretending to casually meet Uncle Wan and slowly gaining his trust. He learns Uncle once worked at a jewelry factory, but before more can be revealed, Uncle passes out. Zen drops him home, remembering his painful past with his own father. The next day, Zen meets Lee, flattering her to gain favor. It is revealed Lee had sent Ning to manipulate Uncle Wan, as Uncle holds key knowledge about a hidden gemstone mine. Meanwhile, Yuji, heartbroken, goes to Jong's house. She feels lost and later accompanies Jong to a cafe, but nothing lifts her mood. Jong offers her a chance to join his live streaming business to earn money together. Elsewhere, Zen is haunted by memories of Yuji while sitting alone at home. Ning later tells Zen it's fine that Yuji is with Jong as Jong is not a bad person. She also mentions their ongoing mission to get closer to Uncle Wan and find the hidden map. During a live stream, Yuji saves Jong from a falling flower pot, and the clip goes viral, making her even more famous. Jong rewards her with a bank card, promising she can use it anytime, which excites her. Zen, watching the viral video, becomes frustrated and goes to Jong's house. He does not enter, but Yuji sees him and runs out, jumping on his car and emotionally reconnecting with him, saying she is no longer angry. Zen then privately tells Jong he must leave for a few days and asks him to take care of Yuji. Jong happily agrees. Later, Jong's mother arrives and assumes Yuji is Jong's girlfriend living with him. Meanwhile, the Star Stone has been processed, but testing shows no sign of a gemstone mine in Yuji's tribe soil. Zen decides to keep the stone hidden for now instead of returning or selling it. Yuji becomes a rising celebrity, overwhelmed by fame and attention everywhere she goes. Zen watches this online, realizing things are escalating beyond control, just as the doorbell suddenly rings. After that, Jong and Yuji are sitting together. Yuji is heavily dressed in gold, looking proud and rich after her success. Jong, however, is worried. He feels her fame is growing too fast and soon people might discover her real background. Panicking, he asks everyone for help, and they decide to publicly present Yuji as an ordinary girl with nothing special. Show her doing normal things like makeup, movies, outings, and later release a blog claiming her fame was just a stunt. So interest in her fades, and she becomes anonymous again. Meanwhile, Zen upgrades Yuji's camera with a nature theme. Yuji is happy, but Ning tells her Zen did it for himself, not her. Ning does Yuji's makeup, and when she steps out, Zen and Jong both stare at her. Jong then takes Yuji to an art gallery, teaching her how to behave and speak normally in public as part of a hidden plan to train her into acting and even lying. During this, Jong pulls her away from a friendly artist. Elsewhere, Dong learns about Uncle Wan's secret and plans to find the jewelry mine location himself. Zen meets Uncle Wan, shows him his car company and house, and tries to convince him to move in as a son. Uncle Wan refuses for now. Zen then secretly plans to scare him later using fake kidnapping, so he will voluntarily come to him out of fear. Yum plans a proposal for Yuji and takes her to an amusement park. They enjoy rides and spend the day together. Meanwhile, Zen, Ning, and others talk about their personal dreams. Zen wants a peaceful, isolated island vacation. Ning wants marriage and motherhood. Jong live streams to fans, calling them to gather at 8 p.m. in fox costumes at the amusement park for a proposal. At the same time, Dong's men try to kidnap Uncle Wan, while Ning's men also follow for intimidation, and both groups end up fighting, letting Uncle escape. At the amusement park, Yuji is supposed to be in a fox costume, but she is actually in a car with Kin. Jong proposes emotionally to the fox, unaware it's Zen inside the costume. Kin suddenly pulls Zen away due to an emergency, humiliating Jong in front of fans, and Zen refuses to listen to him. Uncle Wan heads back, but is again targeted. This time Ning tries to scare him with headlights, but he instead takes a taxi and goes to Zen's house. Everyone gathers there, and Zen prepares to handle him while Ning takes Yuji away, calling it a fight over Zen. During the journey, Ning opens up about her painful childhood. She grew up alone, was bullied, even faced an attempt on her life, and Zen once saved her, becoming the most important person in her life. At Zen's house, he calmly hosts Uncle Wan while secretly trying to make him drink and reveal secrets. Yuji and Ning also arrive, turning the mission into an unexpected gathering where Uncle even decides to cook dinner. Ning and Zen argue privately about the ruined mission, while Yuji overhears parts of their conversation. Later, Zen accesses a locked basement box containing the Star Stone. Yuji sees it, but doesn't understand its importance and asks Zen to stop wrongdoing and stealing. She accidentally reveals they went to the basement, then corrects herself, showing she is learning to lie slightly. They all relax, drink, and fall asleep. But Uncle Wan secretly wakes and goes to the basement to search for something, though Zen catches him pretending to be drunk. Next day, Uncle leaves, and Yuji follows him suspecting theft. Zen realizes her presence and brings her along. They visit a blind child Zen had promised a toy to, revealing his hidden kindness. Yuji apologizes for doubting him, but Zen says he avoids showing kindness because people start expecting too much. Meanwhile, Jong is furious, overthinks, and finally calls Zen. Zen mocks him and invites him over for breakfast for 5 people. Jong arrives awkwardly. Later, he confesses his love for Yuji, but Zen dismisses it as one-sided, calling him cowardly for not expressing it. After breakfast, Uncle Wan returns to his old home. Zen takes Yuji to the basement and gives her the Star Stone, telling her to return home. Yuji refuses, saying she wants to take him with her. Zen replies that the only way he can go is if he falls in love with her, which he thinks is impossible. Yuji confidently says she will make him fall in love. Later, she remembers her promise to Ning and becomes confused and emotional. Seeing her cry, Zen finds her adorable and tells her that love cannot be forced. Meanwhile, Ning and Kin fake a car breakdown and leave Uncle Wan alone on the road. Ning's men scare him near the old house, causing him to run back to Zen's home. He pretends he returned because Zen wanted him there. At home, Zen teaches Yuji how to behave around Uncle and explains that sometimes a lie is better than a dangerous truth. When Uncle questions Yuji, she lies that she works for Zen as his employee. Although Uncle wants to know more, Yuji keeps lying. Later, she sadly admits that she herself has changed. Elsewhere, Kin asks Jong to prepare 2 birth charts. Jong correctly identifies one as Ning's and predicts that despite many obstacles, Kin and Ning may eventually become a good match. He then suggests that since they share the same romantic rival, they should become friends. Yuji tries to understand love through simple ideas. After hearing that people see stars in the eyes of the person they love, she checks both Uncle and Zen's eyes, but sees nothing. Uncle then tries explaining love through a question game, but Yuji realizes she only understands one thing. She has a husband. Zen quietly reminds her not to reveal their marriage because he ran away that night and considers it meaningless. Later, Uncle explains that love feels like an electric shock. Taking it literally, Yuji pours water on an electrical switch and gets shocked. Uncle is shocked too while trying to help, and Ning arrives just in time to save them. Meanwhile, it is Lee's birthday. Zen attends and hints that everything depends on obtaining Uncle's box. Lee openly flirts with him, but Zen rejects her, saying he wants nothing to do with someone as ruthless as her. Outside, he argues with Dong before everyone later gathers at Jong's house and enjoys games together. That night, everyone gets drunk. Yuji follows Zen to his room and tells him she got an electric shock and should now be in love. Zen explains that love is a different kind of shock. To demonstrate, he suddenly kisses her and says this is the real feeling, then pushes her out. However, his own heartbeat is now completely out of control. At the same time, Ning reveals that she only pretended to be drunk. She secretly recorded details Uncle once shared during the games and gives all the notes to Zen. Later, Yuji wonders how to know whether Zen loves her. Uncle advises her to ask him for something very expensive because a man in love doesn't care about money. At a mall, Yuji copies other girls and demands an expensive handbag. Zen buys it without hesitation. She then asks for a kiss. What was supposed to be a cheek kiss lands on the lips, leaving Zen completely flustered. Meanwhile, Ning and Kin stage a fake robbery at Uncle's old residence. Uncle realizes the thief was after something specific and immediately checks his precious box. Convinced someone is targeting its secrets, he decides to move permanently into Zen's house. Zen becomes excited, imagining taking a long vacation with Yuji once everything ends. When Yuji talks about watching stars together, he teases her and points to a beautiful nurse on television, saying that's the type of woman men like. Uncle then arrives and carefully hides the box in his room. Yuji wants special shopping with Zen. Seeing the expensive handbag, Ning becomes jealous because Zen never bought her such gift. Yuji later tells Jong she wants a white shirt and skirt, unknowingly describing a nurse's uniform. During lunch, Jong finally confesses his feelings and asks Yuji to be his girlfriend. Yuji politely refuses, explaining that she already considers Zen her husband. Jong asks for a chance if things don't work out, and Yuji agrees only if she and Zen never develop feelings for each other. When she spots a nurse nearby, she immediately asks Jong to buy her the same outfit. Meanwhile, Jong's friends distract Uncle Wan outside, while Zen secretly searches Uncle's room for the hidden box. Before he can find it, Yuji returns home wearing her new nurse uniform, and news arrives that Uncle is on his way back, forcing Zen to stop searching. Later, Yuji proudly shows everyone her outfit and suggests watching stars together. Uncle joins in, and the whole group decides to go camping. Zen quickly clarifies that they are going camping for fun, barbecue, drinks, and games, not for romance. By now, Uncle suspects Zen regarding the box. He hides it inside a medicine bag and keeps it with him at all times. Zen also realizes the box is probably hidden there. Elsewhere, Dong kidnaps one of Uncle's old friends and learns that Uncle always keeps a mysterious box close to him, even while sleeping. While shopping for camping supplies, Yuji is cheerful and Zen spends the day making her laugh. Secretly, Zen plans to steal the box during the camping trip. Unknown to them, Dong's men are watching from afar. During camping, Zen takes special care of Yuji, shows her fireworks, and spends most of his time with her. Watching this, Ning becomes increasingly jealous. She pulls Yuji aside and reminds her about the promise that Zen's love would belong to her. Yuji replies that love simply happened. Furious, Ning accuses her of betraying their secret. Soon afterward, thugs steal Uncle Wan's bag and escape. Zen and Yuji chase them, but Zen stops her because the men are dangerous. Although he misses the license plate, Yuji memorizes it. Later they discover the vehicle belongs to one of Dong's associates. The next day, Zen feels hurt that Uncle still doesn't trust him enough to reveal the truth about the bag. Uncle, meanwhile, suspects Zen knows far more about the bag than he admits. Later, Zen tells Ning they must keep Yuji away from all this danger because none of it concerns her. Hearing how much he cares, Ning becomes even more upset. Back home, Zen grows jealous when he sees Yuji admiring Jong's photos online. Uncle points out that jealousy is one of the strongest signs of love and suggests Zen has definitely started falling for her. Meanwhile, Dong finally obtains the box. But when he tries opening it, he discovers an extremely complex mechanism that will destroy everything inside if handled incorrectly. Even the city's best experts fail to open it and conclude that only the original designer can unlock it. One day, Zen comes out of work and Yuji latches onto him too. Uncle Wan also gets into a taxi and starts following Zen. On the way, Zen tells Yuji, "Look, I taught you to lie, but don't ever forget. You must never lie to me." Then he drops Yuji with Ning, takes some of his own men with him, and heads near Dong's house. He catches that blacksmith and finds out all the information about whatever the situation was with that box. Uncle Wan is also watching all of this from far away sitting in the taxi. That night, Uncle Wan uses the excuse of seeing the basement wine room. Zen calmly takes him there while Yuji follows. Uncle knows nothing about the secret wall. When Uncle gets close to discovering something, Zen pulls Yuji aside. Nervous and with a racing heartbeat, he jokingly says it's because he's in love with her. While checking each other's heartbeats, they get close and Zen ends up kissing her. Unfortunately, Ning sees everything and becomes upset. Later, when questioned, Zen lies that he only kissed Yuji to stop her from speaking in front of Uncle. That night, Yuji remembers Zen's fast heartbeat when they first met in the jungle. She rushes to his room asking if he fell in love at first sight and even tries to test the attraction again with a kiss. Zen somehow distracts her with explanations about positive and negative charges. The next morning, Uncle Wan tells Zen that an important box was also in the stolen bag. He claims it contains bank documents and says he doesn't want police involvement. By now, Uncle has roughly figured out where the box is. Zen's team plans to replace the real box with a fake one and secretly open the real box later. To keep Yuji away, Zen asks Jong to take her out. Uncle overhears this and realizes Zen is planning something with the box. He takes Yuji with him toward Dong's place, claiming Zen may be in danger. Dong tries escaping with the box, but Zen catches him, beats him, and takes it back. Meanwhile, Ning uses the fake box to mislead the thugs so nobody follows Zen. Uncle Wan understands the entire plan, stops Zen's car, and calmly takes back his box. At the same time, Yuji sees Ning fighting and joins in, thinking everyone is truly in danger. She doesn't realize it is all part of the plan. The fake box ends up with Dong. During the chaos, Ning is accidentally struck on the head and badly injured. Worried, Zen takes her away and blames Yuji for causing trouble. At the hospital, Ning is rushed into surgery. When Yuji arrives with Jong, Zen angrily tells her she doesn't belong in this world and should leave. Soon, the doctor reveals that Ning has fallen into a coma. Not understanding what a coma is, Yuji asks if Ning died. Furious, Zen tells her to leave. Later, Kin explains to Zen that Yuji wasn't responsible because Uncle Wan brought her there. Around the same time, Dong warns Zen that he will one day take revenge on Yuji for beating his men. Fortunately, Ning soon regains consciousness. Frustrated, Zen says he regrets taking Lee's contract and misses his simpler life searching for mine. Dong then discovers he was tricked with the fake box. After Ning recovers, Zen confronts Lee and demands she control Dong if she wants results. Meanwhile, Yuji visits Ning with flowers and an apology letter. Jong now believes this group is involved in dangerous illegal activities. Alone with Yuji, Ning tells her to stay away from Zen, saying she has been by his side for 10 years, understands his world, and that Yuji has no place in his life. Uncle Wan arrives at the hospital and Zen notices him speaking with Yuji. Already hurt by Ning's words, Yuji leaves. Jong realizes Ning must have said something painful. Yuji now begins questioning her own worth. Uncle Wan later tells Zen that Yuji was innocent and that he was the one who took her along. Yuji starts living at Jong's place and decides to find work to discover her value before returning to her own world. This time, she refuses to do live streaming and wants to try something different. Elsewhere, Dong searches for new leads after losing the box. He brings in a former worker from Uncle Wan's jewelry factory. They learn that only Uncle Wan and his friend Mr. Jiango knew about the gemstone mine. Mr. Jiango is dead, leaving only his son, who may know something. The next morning, Yuji makes breakfast for Jong and begins searching for a job. During her journey, she learns from a little girl that Zen had secretly placed money and his contact number in all her clothes so she would never get lost. She realizes how much he truly cares about her. Meanwhile, a man asks Zen for help leaving China because of dangers from his past. Zen agrees, but says it will take time. Since Yuji cannot read or write, finding work proves difficult. While searching, she helps transport an injured person and impresses hospital staff with her strength. She eventually convinces a doctor to give her a job there. At the same time, Dong investigates Mr. Jiango's son and discovers clues leading to him. The truth is that Mr. Jiango's son is actually Zen, though Dong still doesn't know it. When Dong reports this information to Lee, she reveals she already knows. She also knows that Zen's father was Uncle Wan's old friend. Wanting to keep Zen under control, Lee tries using charm and flirtation, but Zen shows no interest. Finally, Zen concludes that despite all his efforts, he still hasn't earned Uncle Wan's trust. Determined to obtain the box no matter what, he decides the puzzle protecting it must be solved first. He hands that task to Kin, the team's genius. Worried about Yuji's safety, Zen asks Kin for a way to track her location through her phone. After installing an app, he learns that she is currently at the hospital. Meanwhile, Uncle Wan goes out alone and ends up getting hit by a bike while trying to avoid Zen. He suffers a fracture and is taken to the hospital. There, Yuji is busy helping injured people. Her hands are covered with blisters, but she is happy because helping others makes her feel useful. Seeing her condition, Zen becomes upset and tries to stop her from working so hard. He even argues with Jong, who had brought food for her. Jong reminds him that everyone is suffering because of the mess surrounding him and Ning. Later, it is revealed that Uncle Wan planned the accident himself. He knew Zen was soft-hearted beneath his tough exterior. His idea was simple. If he appeared helpless and injured, Zen would never hurt him. The plan works, and Zen postpones all actions against him. This frustrates Ning. She argues with Zen, saying that all the effort she and Kin invested is being wasted because of his emotion. When he refuses to listen, she goes directly to Lee. During their conversation, Lee reveals that she confessed her feelings to Zen long ago and was rejected. Ning realizes that Lee has already moved on and will show no mercy if crossed. Returning home, she warns Kin that if Uncle Wan escapes, Lee will make all of their lives miserable. Meanwhile, Zen secretly files a complaint against Yuji's hospital work, claiming she lacks proper qualification. His goal is to get her removed before she permanently injures herself. The hospital dismisses her, but Zen secretly pays her wages and even adds extra money to her envelope. Later, he pretends to sympathize with her and criticizes whoever filed the complaint. Yuji and Jong are delighted when they see the unexpectedly large paycheck. The next day, Zen notices in Jong's social media post that Yuji is wearing a ring Jong had given her. He immediately becomes jealous. When Jong visits, Yuji gifts Uncle Wan a shirt she bought with her first salary. She also reveals that she bought a gift for Zen. Curious about the ring, Zen privately asks her about it. Yuji explains that she accepted the ring, but has not accepted Jong as a boyfriend. She reminds him that the only person she shares the mysterious, electric shock feeling with is him. Ning overhears this conversation. Zen almost kisses Yuji to prove his feelings, but Ning interrupts at exactly the wrong moment, forcing them apart awkwardly. Later, Zen takes everyone out. Driven by jealousy, he deliberately flirts with another girl. Uncle Wan immediately notices that Zen is acting this way because he loves Yuji. Watching him flirt hurts Ning deeply. Remembering their years together, she becomes emotional. Outside, someone encourages her not to keep her feelings hidden any longer. Meanwhile, Yuji becomes jealous watching Zen with the other girl. When he talks about spending time alone with her, Yuji loses her temper and pushes the girl away. Just as Zen is about to confess his feelings, a drunken Ning suddenly appears and openly tells him she loves him. However, she asks for no answer right away and leaves him to think about it. The next morning, Ning is mortified by what she did and blames Kin for encouraging her. Jong and Kin both realize that Zen's decision will soon determine everything. Soon afterward, everyone spends time together playing games. Yuji wins a Mr. Fox toy because of her excellent aim. It is also Ning's birthday. Kin has gathered the courage to buy her a gift, but he cannot even bring himself to wish her properly. Instead, he watches as Ning leaves for dinner with Zen. During the dinner, Zen gently and respectfully rejects her feelings. Heartbroken, Ning blows out her birthday candle and leaves. At the same time, Jong takes Yuji to a beautiful place and confesses his love loudly. When he tries to kiss her, she steps back. Returning his ring, she explains that she never felt the same connection with him. Her feelings belong only to Zen. Meanwhile, Kin discovers that Ning's phone is switched off. Worried, he first argues with Zen and then searches everywhere for her. Eventually, he finds her alone at their old orphanage, celebrating her birthday by herself. Zen arrives there as well. The three friends spend time remembering their childhood together. On the way back, Zen announces that their lives are heading in different directions. Not wanting to put them in further danger, he divides all their shared money equally and officially disbands the team. The next day, Yuji brings the Mr. Fox toy to Zen and confesses her love in her own unique way. She tells him that whenever she sees him with another girl, the street devil inside her wakes up, and she only feels that special electric shock with him. That proves she loves him. Since both Ning and Jong have recently had their hearts broken, Zen and Yuji agree not to be overly affectionate in front of them. Instead of kisses, they will use forehead taps, and instead of hugs, playful waist poke. Meanwhile, Dong shows Lee videos of Yuji's incredible fighting skills, speed, and agility. He begins suspecting that she is not an ordinary city girl, but someone from the jungle tribe, and shares his suspicions with Lee. Elsewhere, Jong is still depressed and uninterested in work. Although several girls arrive for job interviews, he sends them away. Then Jo appears, walks straight into his house, and convinces him to hire her by showing a compatibility chart and claiming they will make a successful team. At the same time, Ning tells Kin that she plans to go away on vacation for a while. Zen does not want her to leave, but he cannot stop her. Later, Uncle Wan mentions to Zen that Ning has gone away because she is still upset. While eating together, Zen playfully taps Yuji on the forehead, their new substitute for a kiss. Soon afterward, Kin visits Zen with food. During their conversation, he quietly admits how much he cares about Ning and asks Zen to call her several times a day to make sure she is okay. Meanwhile, Jong is heartbroken and has lost interest in work. Jo, now working as his assistant, takes care of him, and encourages him not to give up on love so easily. Following her advice, Jong meets Yuji and tells her he still wants to remain her friend. Maybe fate could change things someday. Yuji thanks him for always being her first friend and hopes his broken heart heals soon. Later, Yuji also becomes friends with Jo. Meanwhile, Zen meets Lee and sweetly assures her that within a week he will bring good news regarding Uncle Wan. However, after he leaves, Lee senses something is wrong and decides to keep a close watch on him. Back home, Zen advises Uncle Wan to return to his hometown for a while and promises to arrange documents so he can later move abroad. Uncle mentions having an old friend there. Zen then spends time with Yuji, cooking her favorite instant noodles. He wants her to travel with Ning for a few days so he can deal with Uncle Wan and Lee safely, but she refuses to leave him. A romantic moment follows when she joins him for noodles and he kisses her. Meanwhile, Kin researches the mysterious locker and discovers that Zen's father had once registered a similar design. He shares this information with Ning, who has actually gone into hiding rather than on vacation because she wants to avoid Zen. The next day, Zen takes Uncle Wan to the airport. Along the way, Lee's people notice and inform her. At the same time, Ning calls Zen and reveals that Uncle Wan and his father once worked at the same jewelry factory. Realizing something is wrong and noticing he is being followed, Zen turns around and takes Uncle Wan back home. Soon afterward, Lee's men arrive and capture Uncle Wan. Lee follows the trail to a coffee shop where she confronts Zen. Although he tries to stay calm, she already suspects everything. He is badly beaten until Jong uses a live stream to attract a huge crowd of fans to the location. The crowd pressure forces Lee to stop. Before leaving, she warns Zen that next time she will target Yuji directly. Afterward, Jong drives the injured Zen home and jokingly reminds him that he now owes him a favor. Later, Zen rests in Yuji's lap. He never wanted the dangerous world he lived in to notice her extraordinary martial arts abilities. Soon after, Ning and Kin meet Zen. He warns them that Lee has become extremely dangerous and secretly asks them to investigate the connection between Uncle Wan and his father. Back home, Ning finds a birthday gift from Kin. It is not exactly what she would have chosen, but she still appreciates the thought behind it. That night, Zen and Yuji spend a peaceful evening together. Looking at the stars, Zen shares his fears and worries with her, and Yuji becomes a source of comfort and healing. The next day, the investigation leads them to one of Mr. Jiango's former co-workers. There they hear the name, Shuli. The moment Zen hears it, he completely loses control. Filled with rage, he nearly attacks Uncle Wan and even injures his own hand before Yuji stops him. A flashback reveals why Shuli had betrayed Mr. Jiango years ago by secretly selling a valuable gemstone that was meant to pay for Zen's mother's treatment. Because of that betrayal, his mother died. Deeply shaken, Zen returns to his childhood home. Surrounded by memories of his mother, he recalls the pain she endured. We learn that she eventually took her own life, leaving Zen with severe emotional trauma that still affects him. Yuji stays by his side through all of this. Later, Ning arrives as well. Seeing how much comfort Yuji brings him, Ning finally realizes that Yuji understands and heals Zen in ways she never could. She silently takes back all the negative things she once said about her. Meanwhile, Dong discovers through CCTV evidence that Zen is indeed Mr. Jiango's grandson. He begins planning a new move. At the same time, another secret is revealed. The girl working as Jong's assistant, Jo, is actually Jong's cousin and childhood sweetheart who recently returned from abroad. She asks Jong's mother not to reveal the truth yet because she wants to reconnect with him naturally. Back at the old family home, Yuji encourages Zen to express his feelings to his late mother and father. Though embarrassed at first, he finally opens his heart and tells them that he has found a girl who makes him truly happy. Later, Zen learns even more about the past and realizes that the people connected to Shuli were responsible for much of his family's suffering. Unable to face Uncle Wan yet, he drops Yuji home and meets his friends instead. There, he finally tells them the full truth. Uncle Wan once took the gemstone entrusted to him by Mr. Jiango, causing his mother's treatment to fail. Since all three friends grew up together in the same orphanage, they spend the night drinking and remembering their difficult childhood. Meanwhile, Dong's men launch a plan to kidnap Uncle Wan. Disguising themselves through a delivery setup, they trick him into opening the door. However, Yuji hears the commotion. Without hesitation, she jumps from the window, swings through the trees, and uses her martial arts skills to defeat the thugs one by one. By the time security arrive, Dong's men have no choice but to abandon the mission and flee, leaving Uncle Won behind. The next morning, all three friends meet and come to know what had happened with Yuji and that Uncle Won is in the hospital. Meanwhile, Uncle Won is sitting in the ward thinking that in his youth, a girl like this had come into his life. She fought martial arts exactly the same way Yuji does. Could these two have come from the same place? Zen arrives at the hospital and first meets Yuji. He then talks to Ning exactly as usual, pretending he knows nothing about Uncle Won and acting concerned about him. Meanwhile, Dong is being mocked by Lee for losing to a single girl despite bringing many thugs. Zen tells his friends that this is no longer business, but personal revenge. He decides it is finally time to open the mysterious box. While Uncle Won is kept busy with hospital tests, Kin opens the box using a 3-digit code connected to Zen's father. Inside, they find only an old photograph and a paper containing a strange drawing. They photograph everything and place it back. At the hospital, Jong tells Ning that she reminds him of a childhood friend who always protected him. Around the same time, Lee tries arranging a meeting and specifically requests that Yuji be brought along, but they refuse. Uncle Won also notices that Yuji never removes her sock. This reminds him of a woman from his past who had the same habit, making him wonder if there is a connection. Meanwhile, Dong secretly meets Lee and warns her not to target Yuji. He makes it clear that he comes from a powerful family and intends to reach Lee through his own methods. Afterward, Zen and Yuji spend time together, eat outside, sing songs, and remember their journey together. At the same time, Jong investigates his father's company and discovers it is only a shell company. He learns that Zen is actually a gemstone hunter whose work is dangerous. Remembering the Star Stone, Jong begins suspecting that Zen's interest in Yuji may be connected to it. Meanwhile, Uncle Won realizes someone has opened the box. Though he cannot identify who did it, he becomes suspicious. When Zen studies the photograph, he recognizes the woman as Aunt Yo from the jungle. The sketch in the picture also resembles her. This leads him to believe the mysterious mine may be located somewhere near Yuji's tribe. The next day, Zen invites Yuji to a meal. During it, Jong privately warns her that Zen only wants the Star Stone because he is a gemstone hunter. However, Yuji completely trusts Zen and refuses to believe it. Soon afterward, Uncle Won invites everyone to a bar for his birthday. In reality, it is another test. He has printed copies of the photograph and plans to observe Zen's reaction. Before entering, Jong and Zen finally make peace. Jong admits he trusts Zen because Yuji trusts him, while Zen thanks him for always protecting her. Both agree to stop fighting. Inside, everyone celebrates together with cake cutting, songs, and truth or dare. During the party, Zen secretly pockets a photograph. When Uncle Won is about to question him, Zen pretends to feel sick and steps outside. That night, Zen tells Ning that Uncle Won already knows the box was opened and both sides will soon reveal their true intention. Back home, Zen deliberately lets Uncle Won enter his secret room. As expected, Uncle discovers Zen's gemstone studio, the Star Stone, and a family photo revealing Zen is Mr. Jiango's son. He panics, realizing it may be revenge. Uncle tries to escape, but Zen catches him. Zen reveals the truth. Uncle betrayed his father and caused his parents' death. Furious, he attacks him. Before Yuji finds out, Zen shifts Uncle Won to Kin and Ning's apartment, where everyone interrogates him. Uncle claims Yuji doesn't know Zen's real nature and then reveals everything. In flashback, we see Uncle Won's girlfriend, Aunt Yo, owned the Star Stone. He and Mr. Jiango planned to sell it, but she escaped with it. Later, they created a fake stone and spread rumors of a mine, causing dangerous consequences that spiraled out of control. Uncle proposes a partnership to Zen to find the real mine and become rich. Zen refuses, saying they are both equally guilty. During chaos, Uncle escapes. Later, Yuji is with Jong when Jong admits he still doubts Zen. Zen overhears and angrily fires the responsible person. Uncle Won calls Yuji, pretending to be in danger. Meanwhile, Zen learns from Lee that the map is actually a fake gemstone design and the mine story was fabricated. Lee becomes suspicious and decides to meet Uncle. At the site, Yuji arrives, but Uncle escapes again on a bus. Jo later forces herself into Jong's house, claiming damage at home. Jong's mother insists she stay. During heavy rain, Yuji searches for Uncle. Zen angrily throws away their matching necklaces. Yuji searches for them in the rain. Kin suggests telling her the truth, but Zen refuses to protect her trust. Uncle Won secretly joins forces with Dong, claiming a real mine exists. Kin and Ning predict his move correctly. Zen secretly makes a star stone necklace for Yuji. He asks her what she would do if she had one day left. She says she wants a birthday celebration, shopping, and his confession in Snowfall. Meanwhile, Ning and Kin's bond grows awkwardly romantic. The next day, Yuji enjoys her birthday outing, while Jong gets advice about love. Uncle Wan reveals more truth to Lee and Dong, who plan to kidnap Yuji. That night, Zen records the Little Prince audio for Yuji's birthday gift and kisses her forehead. Next day, they celebrate her birthday with friends, photos, and artificial snowfall. Zen confesses love, Yuji responds, and they share a romantic moment. Joe is hurt by Jong's rejection. Kin struggles with Ning. Jong realizes Joe is his childhood friend after reading her letter. Zen later acts cold toward Yuji as part of a plan revealed in flashback. He is pushing her away to protect her from Dong and Lee. Yuji hears a manipulated audio implying Zen used her. She breaks down. Uncle Wan takes her away and lies again. Zen searches desperately for her. Yuji slowly doubts the story as memories don't match. Zen regrets pushing her away. Joe sacrifices her feelings and steps back from Jong. Jong realizes his mistake. Zen confronts Lee and Dong but is humiliated. He begs for Yuji's location but they refuse. Uncle Wan manipulates Yuji further and takes her toward her hometown, secretly planning betrayal. After a little more journey, they reach Yuji's tribe. Aunt Yo was not there because she had gone out to search for Yuji. She would come back in a few days. As soon as they arrive, Yuji gives a surprise and says, Uncle Wan lock him up in the cave. After that, she comes back in her tribal getup and asks Uncle Wan, did you think I was a fool? You did so much for me, put on such a big act to protect me, and I also wanted to protect you. So instead of talking to you directly, I brought you here from the city to the jungle. I am simple and innocent for sure, but I had figured out enough. Those were Dong's men. And I also knew that you had a fight with Zen and decided to join the bad guy. I have full faith that Zen will come here. Jong and Kin go to a bar and talk about love. Jong says a girl loved him for 15 years, but he never understood true love. Kin explains that real love means sacrificing your most precious thing for someone, just as Zen sacrificed his dignity for Yuji by kneeling before Dong. Jong realizes he has never done anything big for Ning, so he decides not to confess until he proves his love. Meanwhile, Dong calls Zen and says Yuji is with him, and if he wants to save her, he must come immediately. It is actually a trap. Dong and Lee capture Zen, beat him badly, and try to force him to reveal Yuji's location, but he refuses. The next morning, Ning finds Kin and Jong drunk and asleep. Soon, she and Kin realize Zen is missing. Tracking his car, they discover he is in danger. Lee calls them and shows Zen's condition, demanding Yuji's address. Neither of them knows it. Ning wants to rush there immediately, but Kin tells her to think carefully. Angry, she insults him. Hurt but determined, Kin secretly gives her sleeping pills and plans to rescue Zen himself. Kin reaches the location alone. Seeing the guards leave briefly, he frees Zen and gives him a hand-drawn map to Yuji's tribe, telling him to warn them and keep Uncle Wan there. However, everything was Dong's trap. He records the entire exchange. As Kin and Zen try to escape, they are surrounded. Kin tells Zen to leave and save Yuji while he distracts the enemies. Using homemade bombs, he creates chaos, but is eventually caught and badly beaten. The thugs now possess the map and begin hunting Zen. Ning later arrives, takes Kin to the hospital, and learns he risked his life for her. Kin gives her the map and asks her to inform the police and help save everyone. Before entering surgery, he silently tells Ning he loves her. At the tribe, Yuji frees Uncle Wan from captivity. Though furious, she is stopped by Aunt Yo, who reminds her that she still loves him and would regret killing him. Uncle Wan admits his mistakes and warns everyone that Dong is coming with many men. He asks them to hide. The tribe agrees and secretly moves everyone away. Following the map, Zen finally reaches Yuji. She immediately hugs him and says she trusts him completely despite everything. Uncle Wan apologizes, but Zen says some mistakes cannot be forgiven. Just then, Dong and Lee's men arrive and surround everyone. A fight breaks out. Zen and Yuji fight bravely while Uncle Wan also suffers injury. Dong then fires a warning shot. Aunt Yo steps out to face him. As Dong threatens everyone, Zen prepares to act, but Uncle Wan jumps in front of a bullet meant for him. Dying, he apologizes once again. Zen finally forgives him because he sacrificed his life to save him. Afterward, Yuji offers to lead Dong's group to the gemstone mine and takes them toward a cave. A final struggle begins, but suddenly a helicopter arrives and the situation is brought under control. Everyone remembers the time they spent together, even if much of it began with deception. Later, the government stops disturbing the tribe's natural way of life. The gemstone mine is discovered, but legal mining is established while protecting the tribe. Kin recovers and pursues game design, while Ning works toward becoming a writer. Their relationship grows stronger. Meanwhile, Zen turns the star stone into a necklace and gifts it to Yuji. The two live happily together, and Yuji begins helping people as a first aid worker. One day, while Zen and Yuji enjoy a peaceful moment, a drunk Jong causes a scene outside. Although everyone else is settled, he still cannot win Joe's heart. The next day, the friends help him by bringing Joe to a surprise location. There, Jong reveals a cake shop built according to their childhood dream, along with the drawing they created together years ago. Deeply touched, Joe accepts his proposal. Later, Zen proposes to Yuji on the beach. She agrees on one condition. He must feed her delicious instant noodles forever and spend time with her tribe every month. He happily agrees. In the end, all three couples gather for a picnic.